Why does a groin strain and pain never heal fast enough as compared to, let's say, a sprained ankle? Find out why and how we can help you next. The groin's main purpose is to keep the hip in the socket. But when your big muscles aren't doing their job, like the butt, the smaller stabilizing muscle, in this case the groin, have to take on the brunt of the load. So in order to address this, we need to work on activating the correct stabilizing muscles so that the groin can go back to doing its intended job. In order for you to heal, the joint needs to be stable. So let's get to these 5 exercises will be the recipe for your success to heal. Okay, so we're back and we have 5 simple exercises what we're gonna wanna do to stabilize and slowly insert that hip back on axis and then stabilize it. So that way your groin doesn't have to work as hard, and then we're utilizing the big muscles like your glutes and your hamstrings. So the first one is just hip rolls. It's actually an awareness type of exercise, but you're trying to keep things basically very loose and stable and in an even plane. So I'm gonna lie on my back to do this. This is the first one. We'll do this for about like 30 seconds each. So right from the get-go, I can tell you my right hip's a little bit more forward. It's subtle to the naked eye, but I can tell you if I just run my fingers here, this one's a little bit higher now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go, and you can see if I go in like this, it goes in pretty good. If I go in this way, it's not as good. So I'll just show you that this one isn't as good as this one. Good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do hip rolls. So we're just gonna roll it in. It's also great for your pelvic floor. A lot of you guys trying to keep your hips on axis. So you could also even put a little pressure here, but you don't have to. You can just go here and you're gonna wait till all this becomes more equal. So we'll have some arrows going this way to show you, but it's just in and then out, in, out. And all of a sudden you're gonna start seeing, you're not trying to force your leg here, but all of a sudden over time, you're gonna see that it starts rolling a little bit more better, more control even. And I can tell you that my left is already improving a lot and my right's slowly getting there. So I might impart a little bit of light pressure here to just kind of get my right more ready for action. Now I don't have a groin pull right now, but if I were, I would say maybe it's this right side that is gonna give me more grief because it's a little bit more restricted per se. So there we go. Now I think I'm getting a little bit more even. So that's exercise 1. The next exercise, if you have a leg length difference, let me go take a quick peek at myself. You know, my right one slightly looks a little bit longer. So what we're gonna do is the longer leg, you take a stick, I'm gonna have that right here. You wanna correct that, you wanna make it even. So we'll do that. There's something as overcorrecting in some of the thought process that you can make it by doing these muscle energy technique, is that you can make it a little bit overcorrected. So we're gonna do it light. You don't wanna be too hard on it. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna take that here. This is a slightly longer leg. I'm just gonna basically hold that. I'm gonna have a force this way, I'm gonna have a force this way. We do have a separate video. We'll include that in the link below. We'll have that a little bit more in detail. So you can do that. I'm gonna hold that for 5, 10, 15 seconds. Take a break. You do it 3 times. So this is your second exercise, right? So good, right there. And then one more. Good. And then I'll put this away. And what we will see here is, that evened out a little bit. Then what we want to do is get a little bit more gap in your lower back. Sometimes there's nerves that are compromising your groin, so we want to get some action there. Sometimes that compression from the disc and gravity. So we're going to just hang out at the edge of the table. If you have an exercise ball, we have also those videos before. You can do it on an exercise ball. I like it sometimes just off the edge of a table. Since we have that right here, we're just gonna go right to it. You can use a kitchen island. You can use the arm of a chair or a chair with no arms. The arm of a couch is what I'm trying to say, not the arm of a chair. But you're gonna hang out here. You're gonna kind of get it right at this fold of your pelvis. You're gonna drop your toe tops and you're just gonna swivel. And so as you're swiveling, you're just gonna go back and forth. You're gonna do this like for a good minute or two. You can do pelvic tilts, but I like to swivel. I'm gonna swivel. Sometimes you might feel a pop. Hey, that's good. More power to you if you feel a pop. And then right there for another 15 or 20 seconds. So that's your exercise 3. Then we want to go and stabilize. That's what we want to do. We've got things more motion. I like to say motion is lotion. And then right after that is stability after that mobility. And when you get up super slow. We're gonna slowly kind of prop yourself back here. Gravity does come down and we're just gonna slowly just kind of wiggle side to side. All right, so we're gonna hop back on and then now we're gonna stabilize. There's 2 exercises. We're gonna get the hamstrings, we're gonna get the hips. So we're gonna do hip holds. Hip holds, one, you're gonna do both sides. You're gonna hold the back of your thigh. We actually have these in more specific and more detail with individual exercises, so we'll put those in the links below as well. So you're gonna drive that, and you're gonna hold. And you're gonna go through the shakiness. You can see right now my left leg is shaky, my glutes are weak, they're not stabilizing my hips all that great. And then once the shakiness stops, that's when you're done with this exercise. You can switch sides, you can try the same thing. And once again, I'm shaking on the right leg. I don't know if that shows up since I'm a little further away from the camera, but right there, yep. Okay, so now we're gonna get into heel slide. So once that stops, you're done. The heel slide, you can use a towel or you can use a slider or furniture mover. I like to use that here. I'm gonna throw that right there. One leg is up, one leg is straight, and you're just gonna dig your heel down, like a heel dig. And I like to tell people the image of like you're at a beach and you're trying to use your heels to kind of create a trough in the sand, or like you're a mechanical crane going down and scraping as much concrete as possible. You want more friction. So we're gonna dig down here. This should be relaxed, this should be tight. Like I said, I actually have this exercise, more specifics, but we're just gonna run through that. You can go right till there, till this quad wants to kick in, that's when you stop. So right now, if you got the hamstring, you can go there. You inch up only as far as your quads are disengaged. And then you can go back. So you're gonna go this. This might take a little like minute or 2. There we go. And then I want to do 15, 20, 30 reps, usually really good. So this is the last exercise of the 5-step progression. And now I'm feeling a little bit more stable. I feel like I can go a little higher till about here. Now I know this one's kicking in again. This should be soft. All right, there. And so you'll see this in real time. Like I said, I have more specifics on a different video. We'll share that. All these exercises have been done before. Just something related to the groin today. Okay, good. And you should switch to the other side. So we'll just do that side quickly. And then I'm gonna dig this heel down. It feels like it's really good. This side seems like the weaker side to initiate. And then this feels really good. I can take that all the way up. For some of you can then see that as well. I'll just kind of change this angle. And then I can take that, and then right here, soft, you can see it's soft, soft, soft. I should be able to get this heel to your butt, and that should remain soft while I'm still digging into the table, creating friction. And as you go back, just for some of you, you don't just let it relax. You want to actually maintain that friction, maintain the deactivated quads. And that's how you start stabilizing. You gotta give this, it's not gonna happen overnight. You're gonna have to do this for like, sometimes a few weeks, but just trust this exercise, come back to this video to reference, and that's gonna be your key. So, you know, a couple things. We'll also link this slider if you're interested. We sell it on Amazon and whatnot, so we'll send that all in the descriptions box. All these individual exercises have been done before, so we'll also link that below. So don't be frustrated if you can't see it too well. We have more specifics. I've done this, so just creating this for those of you who have strained your groin and aren't getting better. Let us know your thoughts on our video. Leave us some love or questions in the comments box below. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate your support. I'm Dr. Lin. Remember, we heal smarter, not harder.